If something is wrong, I'm gonna say how I feel, and that is it. So whatever's gonna happen today is gonna happen.
For your pressure test tonight, you'll be making something very difficult. An extremely technical, multi-layered culinary classic, the infamous Black Forest cake. Voila.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
I am not scared of baking. It might be a Black Forest cake. I may never have made or eaten a Black Forest cake before, but baking is my wheelhouse. Shanika and everyone else down here in the kitchen should be scared as hell because they know that my Black Forest cake is going to be one of the best, if not the best.
Tonight, we are looking for a perfect replication of this masterpiece in front of you. We want to see the 4 incredible, light, fluffy layers.
Nice.
Evenly cooked, and more importantly, evenly frosted. And then that beautiful, sour, sweet, cherry mouthful has to be had across every bite. From a patisserie point of view, it takes not months, but years to master. It's an architectural nightmare. Get this wrong at the beginning, this whole thing could collapse.
All right, guys, before you all start baking, there's just one more thing. Emily, you have a very important decision to make. This is going to be the single biggest decision that you have made in this kitchen. You can either now pick one person from your team to go up against head-to-head in this challenge, and for that, you would be saving 3 other home cooks. Or you can save just yourself.
I know what it's like to be safe up on the balcony, and that's the best feeling on the face of the planet. But on the flip side, I also have skills that I think could be beneficial in this pressure test, and unless something catastrophic happens, I could make a fantastic Black Forest cake. I'm gonna choose to go head-to-head.
Wow.
Wow.
I am a believer in positive communication and respecting people in the kitchen. So I will have to say, go head-to-head with Shanika.
I'm ready.
I'm sorry, Joe. We're both on your team.
I'm losing on every front here.
Ashley, Farhan, Jerome, get up to the safety of the balcony.
Okay, Emily, I'm not the best baker, but I know that I'm strong and I'm determined. You wanna battle it out? Let's fight.
This is it, the baking battle of the century. At your stations, you'll have everything that you need to make a perfect Black Forest cake, and you'll have just 75 minutes to make it happen.
Both of you, please, head to your stations.
Emily is the strongest baker. This is like David and Goliath. I don't know how I'm gonna do this other than me staying focused, but I am not going home. We're gonna battle this out to the bitter end, and the best cake shall win.
Your 75 minutes start now.
Come on, guys.
Let's go.
We need vanilla in the batter, milk in the batter. Where are my eggs?
Guys, we are witnessing the biggest baking battle in the history of this competition.
I really believe that Emily could win this whole thing, and I might lose her. And then she doubled down on me by choosing to go against another one of my team members, Shanika, so I will lose one apron today. Guys, I love Black Forest cake. How do you make it?
For me, it's all about that sponge. So first off, you gotta whip that butter, add the eggs, and then incorporate the sugar, and then the cocoa powder.
All right.
Just put too much chocolate. Oh, God.
The most important part is the equal measures of sponge you put in those tins. A millimeter higher, lower, and you have already an even cake layer.
Big difference. Emily weighed out the batter in each one, and Shanika's doing it by eye.
Let's go, Shanika. Get that cake in the oven.
Emily's in the oven, and under 10 minutes. That's incredible.
All right.
Oh, man. Shanika, confident you can nail this?
I'm feeling good. I mean, it is what it is. I guess that's what you get for being opinionated and speaking your mind.
Ever made a Black Forest cake before?
Nope, I'm allergic to chocolate.
You're allergic to chocolate?
Yep,
Wow. But you're a fighter.
I never back down from a fight.
No. If you were the captain, who would you have chosen to go head-to-head with?
I probably would have did the same thing. She's just a nasty girl.
You've got 60 minutes to nail this. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Come on, Shanika.
Emily,
Yes, sir.
I'm slightly disappointed to see you here right now. What are you thinking?
I think Shanika has maybe overstayed her welcome.
Overstayed my damn welcome. Girl, it's going down tonight.
So it's a personal thing.
It's personal and professional.
Right.
In professional, she was not in the challenge, and this is the punishment.
She's gonna be her own demise.
So is everything going to plan? No variables so far?
My variable was putting a little extra cocoa powder into
I saw
my
that.
cake batter.
It certainly takes a lot of confidence with all the chips on the table to double down by varying a classical recipe, but you know, it could work. Better pull it through.
Hopefully I do.
45 minutes to go, guys. Let's go.
Top dog versus underdog.
You're in for a shock. Shanika is allergic to chocolate.
What?
She cannot taste chocolate. Shanika has dropped the bombshell.
Hope I have enough.
Oh, man.
Emily has gone double down, and she's making the cocoa percentage much higher in the sponge cake, so it's risky.
Right on the schedule.
Once the sponge is made, you then start with your frosting.
I did not add my vanilla extract. I gotta put that back in there.
You need that lovely frosting to be not too buttery and sweet enough against the sourness of the cherries. And then you start thinking about the chopping up the cherries, incorporating it through the frosting, and making sure there's no ragged edges. Anything ragged in the middle of that layer, you're gonna rip and tear that cake the minute you start slicing it.
I don't think she cooled down her cake enough.
Do not try to put cream or layer any kind of cake as that cake is even warm.
Oh, my God.
Emily's looks too tall, guys. It's looking like the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yours looks like it's leaning.
What I don't want to do is to put this cream on this cake, and it is not ready for it. Because this cake will collapse if it's too hot from the cream.
20 minutes remaining.
So Shanika is up to her third layer. Her cake is smaller than Emily's.
You have... Oh, my God.
Oh no, her cake fell over.
All you see is this cream smeared on the side of the door. This is catastrophic. I don't know if there's any bouncing back from this.
You okay?
No. You have... Oh, my God.
Oh no, her cake fell over.
You okay?
No.
What happened?
The cake was fine when I put it in the blast chiller. Unfortunately, it's not fine taking it out of the blast chiller, and it toppled over.
We've still got 15 minutes to go to change it.
This could literally not have happened at a worse time. There's no time to rebake my cakes. There's no time to reconstruct it.
It was too hot, girl. It took it out too fast.
Everything has fallen apart. Not only my cake, but my entire plan to send Shanika home.
They were too warm.
Before it had time to set in the freezer, it melted and fell.
Oh, my God.
What went on there?
Emily's cake had fallen over in the blast chiller.
Oh, come on, man.
Emily's cake is so tall. In the blast chiller, it can actually blow it over if that sponge is not cold. This is a nightmare.
There is almost no way to come back from that.
5 minutes to go. We've got to start looking at the finishing touches.
I'm just trying to get these sides even.
Come on, Shanika, start decorating. Get it on that glass.
All right, decorating it shall be.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, Bowen.
Last 3 minutes. Chocolate on there, every little shard you've got, and make them look incredible. Come on.
Okay, chef, gotcha.
Come on, ladies, you got this.
There you go. Come on, Emily.
Last minute. Come on, please. Let's go. Finishing touches.
Let's go, Shanika.
It might not be the perfect one, but I shall try.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Well done.
Wow, that was intense.
Now, both of you, bring your cakes down to the front bench. Thank you.
My cake was in pieces 10 minutes ago, and I have reassembled this into something resembling a Black Forest cake. It's by no means my best work, but I know it's good enough to stay.
2 home cooks, both wearing my aprons. And one of you will be going home tonight. Let's see how you did. Okay, Emily, tell me, what happened?
My cake fell over.
Wow.
I think I recovered nicely, but disaster struck today.
You built it high. It's considerably higher than Shanika's. Why is that?
Perhaps because of the depth of my cake layers, but also because I made sure to have a nice layer of whipped cream in between all 4 of my layers.
Apart from it falling over, is there anything else you would have done differently?
Nothing that I would have done differently, but something that I did do differently. Mine has just a touch more cocoa powder in the cake itself, just to give a little bit more richness and balance out the lightness of the whipped cream.
The question is really like what the layers are like. How does that look?
Not as great as it could look.
No. What happened to the layers of whipped cream?
They compressed.
So this is like a rich chocolate sponge cake? The cherries themselves, did you do anything to them?
I quartered the cherries for the filling on the inside.
The sponge is very, very moist and has a very assertive chocolate flavor, which I like. The extra chocolate paid off. Cherries are good, nice and crunchy. You can taste the alcohol. It's too bad we don't have more cream in between. The amount of cake to cream, the ratio is way off. That's where I'm having a bit of trouble here. Thank you.
Emily, you're happy with the flavor of the cake itself? All the different elements jiving well together?
I am. I think the richness of the cake is cut by the lightness of the whipped cream and the tartness of the cherries.
I think the construction of the cake suffered by many different variables. I just want more cherry flavor, I think, because it's so dense. If I had it my way, I would have taken those cherries and put them in the food processor and made a paste. And then I would have spread the paste on each layer evenly, because then I would have got just little pops of cherry. But what I do love, I love the addition of cocoa powder. I think it's necessary. I think you have a lot of richness because your chantilly cream is so deep and rich. And I think that small change made a big difference in the overall flavor of the cake. And that's what I find the most memorable.
Emily's cake wasn't perfect, but at the end of the day, it's all gonna come down to what my cake looks like inside. I'm hoping that my layers are there. I'm hoping that everything is even. Oh, MasterChef gods, help me out.
Okay, Shanika, well done. Tough 75 minutes. How are you feeling?
Relieved that it's over and just ready for judgment.
There's something fascinating happening. Emily's weighing out her tins to the absolute gram, and you're just putting it in with the eye. You weighed nothing out. Why?
I just went by scoop and just on hopes that...
Scoop. We need 4 immaculate layers
Absolutely.
in order to build this cake beautifully and start off with a consistent base. So without weighing any of your mixture, how do you know it's evenly layered?
I'm just hoping for the best right now.
Let's get in there. I love the little shards of chocolate on top. Knife is smoothly going through. It's light. And here we are. Let's have a look. Wow. And here we are. Let's have a look. Wow. Look at that. That is beautiful. That's beautiful. Emily, what do you think?
I think she's got whipped cream in between each of her layers of cake.
It's delicious. It really is delicious. It's rich. It's nicely soaked. Visually, you can see the 4 layers, but cherry's a little bit too big, so it's a little bit chunky.
Okay.
So when we cut through them, it tears. But well done.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
So, Emily, JB on your pin. Shanika, JB on your pin. This is like a epic moment. It's like when Venus and Serena play, who does the dad root for?
That's a good question. That is a good one.
That's the position I find myself in. So clearly you have layers with cherries in them.
Yes.
Now, the construction of this cake allows me to enjoy it in a more traditional way where I can just kind of take a bite and it should have everything.
It should.
The sponge cake is good as light. Very flavorful. Chantilly cream, very good. But Black Forest cake needs to be a juicy cake. I like your cake. All the elements of it are good, but it tastes like a chocolate pound cake with chantilly cream and a couple of cherries in it. For me, It's not really saying Black Forest.
Okay.
Emily, Shanika, please come around to the front. Thank you.
Honestly, Shanika is the one that deserves to go home tonight. Maybe she got her layers correct, but at the end of the day, my flavors are more on point, and I'm hoping that gets me through.
Ladies, quite possibly the most difficult, the most stressful 75 minutes of all of your culinary lives. Emily, well done. Shanika, well done. You've left us with very little room to decide on who is leaving shortly. Right now, Joe, Aaron, and myself are in desperate need of a very serious discussion. Please excuse us for a moment. Thank you. So, this is a tough one.
We have to dissect each element.
Emily's first. Great tasting sponge.
Yeah, but visually, it didn't come together. She took some liberties as far as adding some more cocoa powder. On the other hand, Shanika had a more traditional composition of a cake that looked and tasted more like what we presented for them to replicate.
I don't agree. I think it may have looked like it. It didn't taste more like it.
Shanika's sponge is a lot lighter, but Emily's cream, delicious at the top, but you had to search for it.
But if you put it together on your fork with the right ratio, it's delicious.
Yeah, it's a tale of two cakes. I think we know what we need to do.
Yes,
Let's go.
Emily, Shanika, this decision is down to the wire. Two extraordinary performances, and only one person is staying, and the other is heading home. It's been hard enough, so I'm going to cut straight to the chase. The person leaving the MasterChef kitchen is Emily. Oh dear. Shanika, congratulations. Please
Chef.
head up to the balcony. Thank you.
This feels unreal right now, but I am taking my butt on up to that balcony. I believed I can do it, and I did it, but I know everybody up there are in disbelief right now. David has beat Goliath. Ah, this feels so good.
Emily, I don't know what to say. I am losing one of my home cooks. And I thought you could have won the whole thing. The great words of Winston Churchill: success is not permanent, and failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue. And I think you have the courage to continue.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, I have to say it, Emily, your time is done in the MasterChef kitchen. Come here and say goodbye. Good luck. Oh, man. Dear.
This is one question I never thought I'd be asking you. Up there, you know them inside out. Who do you think is going to become America's next MasterChef?
My money is on Ashley or Farhan, I think.
Oh, lady, you've been amazing. Oh, Emily, please place your apron on top of your bench. Thank you, my darling.
Love you, Ems. Love you, Emily.
Unfortunately, today is my day to go home, but coming from small town, Neenah, Wisconsin, all the way to the top 10 of MasterChef was a dream, and it's something that I'm gonna hold on to forever. This whole experience has only added to my passion for food. That's only gonna continue to grow. It's like that one little snowball that starts the avalanche.
Next time,
Switch!
the race to be the next MasterChef
Whack the garlic!
kicks into high gear
Let's go!
in an explosive tag team challenge.
Don't be scared of the fire! Have you never cooked over a grill?
Who will cross the finish line
Perfect.
Oh man, that's hot.
and who will fall short?
60 seconds to go!
They're so burnt.
Oh, this chicken is raw, Sam.
It's burned. Oh my God.
Get it on the plate!
Oh my God.
Is he okay?
One potato, two potato.